The things people try to bring through airport TSA checkpoints never cease to amaze us, and yet still, people never cease trying. The agency was out at Harrisburg International Airport this morning showing off some of the latest objects it confiscated. So, of course, we sent our Seth Kaplan there, too. He joins us live at HIA with more. Good afternoon, Seth.
Good afternoon to you, James. Yeah, look, the majority of times the folks back here stop someone with something they're not allowed to go through with. It's nothing too exciting. Maybe a thermos like this with water or coffee inside. That's the most common thing. But then there are objects like these. A Mr. Potato Head and an Elmo, both with their backsides cut open to stuff what are called Composition 4 or C4 explosives inside. I should note, those toys are simulation of actual incidents because you wouldn't want to bring anything with any explosive residue into an airport, even for demonstration purposes. And then there are shoes. Anyone who wonders why security screeners seem to care so much about shoes might just be too young to remember what this man, Richard Reed, allegedly tried to do with these shoes back in December 2001.
The shoe bomber, Richard Reed, had explosives in his shoes. So one of the examples they use is explosives and a detonator inside one of the sandals here. And then this being more similar to the shoe bomb type with a explosive inside the insole, and then your circuitry and firing system inside that.
Yeah, Richard Reed tried to blow up an airplane by stuffing explosive inside shoes, and that's why we all have to be screened the way we are with our shoes. Take them off if you're not a pre-check member, for example, that kind of thing. Back to the thermos for a minute before I forget, James. I do want to say one important tip. So if you have a thermos like this, the thermos is allowed to come through security. You just can't have anything inside, but it can be worth bringing in an empty thermos inside because as soon as you get on the other side, you can fill it up with water for free rather than spending money on a bottle of water or some other kind of drink. So totally a good idea to bring a thermos with you when you travel. Just can't have anything inside it when you go through. And I'll be the first to admit I've made the mistake of forgetting to empty it before going through, and got to go out and go through the whole thing all over again. But some humor involved when you talk about some of the things people do to smuggle items through, but obviously all very serious, and a good reminder to those of us who have ever been impatient about, oh, come on, can't we get through this line? They are protecting us.
Yeah, and Seth, I mean, I really think that a lot of us, and I know I'm guilty of it too, take all of this for granted. You go to the airport, you got to take your shoes off, you got to go through all of this. And you think, that shoe bomber was so long ago that's so just out of sight, out of mind. But as you just showed us there, I mean, there are still ways that people are still trying to smuggle stuff into the airport. So this stuff is really necessary.
Most definitely, James, exactly. And that's, look, knock on wood, but there hasn't been another 9/11 since 9/11. And there's a reason for that, right? Measures put in place, imperfect as they might be, this country started taking security a lot more seriously after 9/11, and then other incidents like the attempted shoe bombing, like the attempt to blow up planes coming over the Atlantic Ocean with liquids, which led to the restrictions on liquids. There is a reason for all. By the way, James, we'll get into this coming up tonight at 5, but not everybody who tries to smuggle something through is necessarily trying to harm people. People also try to smuggle things through just to avoid the time and money associated with checking a bag.
You know what? That does not surprise me at all. All right, Seth Kaplan, we'll see your full report coming up tonight at 5. Thank you so much for that.